Hey guys, Welsknight here, and welcome back to another episode of Caveopolis. Hope you guys are having an awesome day. I am having a fantastic day. I have been very busy between episodes, doing a lot of stuff, and I know it looks like a lot, but it's not actually as much as you might think. So, this is the first and probably the most notable thing. What I have done is set up an igneous extruder. We made one of those last episode. It basically turns water and lava into some sort of resource. I have set up an igneous extruder for each of the resources that you can get from it, with the exception of the colored stone blocks. You can actually get colored stone in this. And it comes in every color, white, blue, cyan, etc. I skipped those because those are really just decorative stone. That's all they are. But all of the actual important resources for progression, like granite and andesite and moss balls, etc., I have set up an igneous extruder to constantly be making those into their own little array of storage drawers up here. So, in theory, I will never really have to mine any of these manually again. I'll just always have 32 of them sitting around, 32 stacks of them sitting around, or more if we do upgrades, but that's going to require some other resources that we don't have access to yet. I also went ahead and I added a second ore extractor. So we'll be getting ores at roughly twice the rate that we were before. Eventually, I want to have essentially like a whole array of ore extractors where we're producing a whole bunch of different stuff at once. Because when it comes to producing resources, if you want more resources, you basically have two options. You can either make your current setup work faster, or you can make your setup bigger and add more machines doing the same thing. And since we don't have a way to speed these up currently, the way to increase the overall speed of how fast we get ores is to add more ore extractors. So that's what I did. I added a second one. Our setup that we had is producing enough ore forming water to support 2 ore extractors without having to worry, without running out. Like it's basically staying right here in the middle pretty consistently. So we're good there. It'll still run just fine. And that's going to produce all of these ores for us. And then I added a bunch of other storage drawers and kind of tweaked some things and stuff like that. And then I basically just did a lot of AFKing. So I know this seems like a whole lot of stuff and like it could have been an entire episode by itself, but really it was just kind of like the vast majority of this time was basically just spent AFKing, waiting for ores to come in, and then turning those ores into igneous extruders. That's pretty much all it was. A lot of it was just sitting around and waiting. But now we've got this done and we can really look at progressing further. Speaking of progression, I actually didn't accomplish anything new as far as the actual quest line goes. I didn't do anything progression-wise. It was just getting this done, and this will help tremendously to kind of streamline the process for us going forward and really take the grind out of a lot of stuff. So, without further ado, wrong button. Without further ado, let's talk about our upcoming quests. So we need pointed dripstone, and that should be easy enough. You just chuck one of these into here, and that will turn into pointed dripstone. So that takes care of that quest. And then I believe to get prismarine shards, it's the same thing. You just toss prismarine into the eroder, and there you go. Now you have that as well. So those are easy. Now this guy, bright shards can be used to turn prismarine shards into crystals. Oh, okay. Well, we take this. Do I actually have bright shards in here? I do. I'm also producing them up here. That's one of the resources you can get from igneous extruders. But there we go. That takes care of that. And then sea lanterns, I mean, we all know how to make sea lanterns. Those are easy enough. So we're going to need 9. Toss those in there and we'll let those process. Now, marine fabric. How do we make this? Okay, string and prismarine crystals. I forget how to make string. Was it wool in the eroder? Yes. So we need wool, which means we're going to need moss, right? Pretty sure. So let's just grab some of these moss balls, and we can turn these into moss blocks. I should double check. It's carpet. You use that to make the carpet, right? Yeah, moss carpet, and then the carpet turns into the string. Okay, so we can go like this, and like so, and man, yeah, it's a little rough, but that's fine. I mean, we can totally do this. Let's just make let's just make a stack. We'll make a stack of wool, or of moss blocks, and then turn that into the carpet. And there we go. And now we've got a much larger amount of wool. So we'll toss those in, let those turn into string. Okay, now we're going to need 16 of those, I believe. Is that right? Let's just look. Sea lantern. I always call it like a prismarine lamp, but it's not. That's fine. Okay. So we'll just do this. And then there we go. That takes care of this guy. The marine fabric. Now the diving helmets and stuff, these are going to be a little more complicated because these are going to require quite a lot of this marine fabric, and the marine fabric is kind of a pain to get, as you have seen. So yeah, but oh, I think this had to be 4. There we go. I think this had to be the actual prismarine crystals, right? Yeah, there we go. So there's our marine fabric. And then the diving suit will allow us to spend a lot more time underwater. I'll do these off camera because that's a lot of crafting. But the item terminal, this should be pretty doable as well. We are going to need more prismarine, it looks like. So tell you what, let's actually pop down here real quick. And let's go get ourselves some prismarine, because it looks like I'm going to need a fair amount of it. Also, I need to get like a better method of going up and down these stairs. I need to either put in an actual staircase or something, because, like, yeah, this is a little rough. Or one thing that I think is a huge missed opportunity with this mod pack, I really feel like this mod pack should have an elevator mod. Like, why you've got this whole thing about everything being about layers and everything. It doesn't need to be something you would unlock right away, but just having elevators to go up and down each level, like, that seems like such an obvious inclusion to me. But maybe that's just me. I don't know. Anyway, we got our prismarine. So we need 2 for this, and we need an item terminal for this. So I need 4 of these guys. No big deal. Toss that in here as well. And then we're going to need, I'll just grab a bunch of these. Is it just a chest? Yeah, just a chest in the middle. And I don't actually have any at the moment, but that's fine. We'll just make a few chests. No big deal. So let's grab you. So chest, shards. Do one of those. There's the item terminal. And then we're also going to need a second item terminal so that we can turn one of them into a crafting terminal, which requires redstone. I don't think I actually have access to redstone yet, do I? I'm pretty sure I need to get to more ores. Yeah. So we actually can't complete this until we move past all of these quests, which is a little unfortunate, but that's fine. So let's put all this stuff back for now. And then this, I'm not exactly sure, how does this thing work? Okay, so you can put... Oh, I see. So it's kind of like, it lets you move some stuff around. I need a pickaxe or something. Let's just grab... There we go. Oh, it's just no tool, huh? Can I just break it with my hand? I can. Kind of a pain, but it does work. But yeah, that'll work with these pipe networks. So I guess that's fairly useful. Okay, so in order to get redstone, so that we can make the crafting terminal, we need to go below the water. If we go all the way down this staircase, way down there, I don't have a zoom button, but way down at the bottom, there's water. And it goes maybe, I don't know, 20, 30 blocks deep. It's fairly deep. So we need, and then underneath it, you run into sandstone, red sand, bituminous red sand, and red sandstone. All of this stuff is necessary. The bituminous red sand can be turned into bitumen, which can then be used to make the ore extractor upgrade tier 1, which will give us more ores. It will give us nickel, raw, iron, lead, and redstone. So that's how you get the more advanced ores. So basically what we need to do is go below the waters. Now, at the moment, I don't have any armor or anything like that at all. So I think what I need to do is take a minute and craft up this diving set. I think because there is going to be stuff that actually spawns in there as well, which is a little spooky. But yeah, let me get that thing crafted up. Okay, so I'm making some progress. We're not quite there. I'm still working on it. I'm going to need a bunch of this marine fabric and a bunch of these bronze ingots as well. That should be all the bronze I need right there. But one thing I've noticed is that in order to make the flippers, I need leather. And that's a bit of a tricky situation because I don't actually have a way to craft leather at the moment. However, we can totally get some stuff here to make this doable. So let's go ahead and make a single moss block. Then I'm going to need some bone meal. So here's the plan. Also, let's just grab, I guess, one piece of wood. It doesn't matter what. Or actually, 3 pieces of wood. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to dig out a little bit of an area right here. And let's go a gap of 3, I think. Yeah, this will work. So we're going to dig out like a little bit of a room. Right here. I'm going to just toss those wood blocks down like so. Put you back. And this is going to be our room for animals. We're just going to make it, I guess, like a 9x9 should be fine. And then right in the center of the room, which should be approximately there, we're going to put our one single moss block, and we're going to bone meal it. And there we go. Okay, we now have a room that will spawn passive mobs. Let's make sure it's properly lit up, because we don't want enemies spawning in here. But now, I think we should also make... let's just grab a stack of each of these. I think we should make a fence gate and a couple of oak fences. And I'm just going to put those right here on top of this. Actually, you know what? Let's do it this way. This is probably better. That way they can't escape. Oh, but apparently I am too tall when standing on that, so okay, it's fine. Let's use an actual gate then. There we go. Okay, so yeah, now we just leave this be, and eventually we will start getting mobs spawning in here, including cows, and what all do we get? We can get, oh, that's hostile, passive mobs. Between Y level 80 and 162, I think we're on 96 right now. On moss blocks, we will get sheep, chicken, cow, pig, goat, and frog. So these guys will spawn right in here, potentially. It's going to take a while, obviously. It's not super quick or anything like that, but hopefully it will work out, and we will get the spawns that we want just in here. This will be a nice little area for our animals, and we can expand this and make it bigger if I need to. Okay, I think I can make everything now except for the flippers because I don't have the leather. So let's start off with the diving helmet, then the diving suit, and the diving leggings. And we can put these on. They give me a little bit of armor, it looks like. They make me look very stylish, I must say. And it's all good. Also, we have gotten our first passive mob in here. We got ourselves a pig, but it's not a cow. Now, there may be a way. I don't know if this will work or not. There may be another way to get leather in this pack as well. So if we look at leather, it says that in a redstone furnace, which is just a smelting operation, we can turn 4 rotten flesh into leather. Now, I don't know if that will work in a regular furnace. I don't know if it specifically has to be a redstone furnace. That would be a little weird, but there's only one way to find out. So let's pop down here. We can maybe kill some drowned, and we can get in that way. So how deep does this go? Pretty deep. Yeah, if we kill drowned... You know what else we could do? Is we could fish. That might be the way to get leather. Yeah. I didn't even think about that. That might be the way to do it. So, I mean, yeah, this does give us quite a lot of air underneath the water. That's for sure. Which is a good thing. These guys are not dropping anything at all, though, at the moment, which is a bit disappointing. I'm using a lapis sword right now, as you can see. Hey, you dropped something. Okay, we got 2 rotten flesh from that. So, yeah, this might work. Let's refill our air. Let me kill a few more drowned. See if I can get up to 4 rotten flesh, and we can test this. Okay, so I managed to get 5 rotten flesh from killing zombies. So let's just see if this actually works or not. If we smelt, well, first of all, I should probably grab some charcoal. But if we toss that in here, it does nothing. Okay, that's kind of what I thought. So we actually do need to specifically use a redstone furnace to turn rotten flesh into leather, which means this is going to be a massive pain to get, because we need more animals. We've got everything here except for cows. And without looting, it's not even a great chance that the cow is going to drop leather at all. So, yeah, this is going to be a bit of a task. So in that case, our best bet may be fishing. Now, I don't know if this is actually going to work, and we don't have, like, luck of the sea or anything like that, so it could take some time, but this is a way to potentially get leather as well that doesn't involve just waiting for cows. So maybe an option. Plus, it'll give us a source of food that isn't mossballs as well. So, I mean, that's something. So, little bit of a progress update. I've basically just been fishing, haven't gotten any leather yet, unfortunately. But I've basically just been fishing and also... Oh, and I put a staircase in here finally, so I can get up and down a little bit more smoothly. But yeah, I've basically just been fishing and then checking on our animal area over here. I decided to put in a few different pens. No. No! Hey! Oh, these stupid chickens. Hold on. Seeds. Dang chickens escaping when they're... I want you all to be in here, please. Thank you. Now stay. Stupid chickens. Anyway, so yeah, I put in a couple of pens here. Over here, there's one for sheep, cows, pigs, and chickens. I imagine, I don't think I'm going to need chickens and pigs as much as I'm going to need cows and sheep. Excuse me. The sheep pen is actually kind of interesting. It looks very simple, but what I've done is actually hidden grass down here along all of these edges to make sure that there's always a supply of it. Because you know how sheep are. It's quite possible for once we get enough sheep in here, for them to eat all of the grass and make it so that they can't spawn anymore. And obviously this is a much better way of getting wool than, you know, that whole process over there. So this will work much better. We also have the cows going, and I have been breeding them. I'm basically waiting on a second sheep to spawn. So that's kind of a little bit of a concern at the moment, but that's, I mean, it'll happen. We'll get there eventually. And then I'm just breeding up the cows. Once we have enough of them, I'll be able to get leather this way. Haven't gotten lucky yet from the fishing when it comes to the leather, but you know what? It's fine. Also, I'm making dark oak over here. I've actually got a lot of wood right now. I've already done oak, we're maxed out, acacia, we're maxed out, birch were maxed out, and spruce were maxed out. So jungle and dark oak are the only ones I have left before I'm able to, you know, before I've got at least 32 stacks of everything. And actually azalea. I've used up a lot of azalea, so I need to do that. But anyway, I'm going to keep at it, and hopefully we'll have enough leather very soon. All right, my friends, I did manage to do it. I got one leather from fishing, and I managed to get one leather from killing a cow as well. So we can make the last piece of the diving suit. We now have the full suit, so that's fantastic. And now I think it's time to open up the down below, the bits down there. So let's go ahead and just grab some stone here, because it is sand, and we want to set this up in such a way that it's, you know, that we have space. So, oh, you know what I should do? I should make a shovel. There we go. Let's just make a lapis shovel. I don't need the fishing rod anymore. I've got some torches. Okay, I think we're good. So, oh, did I grab? Yeah, I grabbed the stairs too. Good, good, good. So here's the plan. We want to make a spot where if we go down, we are going to be good to go. Now, the thing is, we need to make sure that when we do this, the water isn't going to mess with us. So let's go ahead and just dig out a little section here. There we go. So something like that. Throw down a torch. I know it's super dark, so you can't really see anything. But then, I mean, we may even want to make this a little bit bigger so it's easier to find, but for now, this will probably do. So let's see, what do we actually need? If we look at below the waters, we've got sandstone, we need red sand. So let's just start digging a section here, and we actually need to go 3. Because we're going to want to put stairs. So, yeah. And how deep does this sand go? Okay, not too bad. So, probably... Let's just keep digging down until we... Oh, so this sand actually falls too. Okay, that's good to know. I didn't know that it would do that. That's fine, though. And then here we've got the red sandstone. You know what else we can do? Ta-da! Beautiful. Should have been doing that right from the beginning, but that's fine. So, now we get some red sandstone. Let that fall as well. Obviously, this is going to go up quite a ways, but that's fine. That'll be the last one right there. That actually we have to put a torch down for. But there we go. And now we are on to basalt, which we can't actually do anything with just yet. But let's put some stairs down here. And there we go. Okay. So, put a torch here, put a torch there, put a torch here, I guess. And one there. Just something along those lines. Okay. So we got a fair amount of this sand. We got some reds. We got all this good stuff. Now we need bitumen, which you get by putting the sand in the eroder. And then we need to use it to make the ore extractor upgrade, which requires 4. Okay, this is all very doable. So let's just return to sort of the main part of our base real quick. And what we'll do is throw 4 of those into here. And then I'm actually just going to grab this base upgrade right here. And we're just going to turn one of these into the tier 2 version, which will be right here. And that should basically complete... I mean, well, and then the other thing, too, is that will also give us this stuff once it actually runs for a while. So I think we'll pretty much have 4 of these completed. So it's like this, right? There we go. All right, so we have now completed Below the Waters. We still need to do Prism... Do this? Yeah, okay, so we can't actually go any further at the moment, but that's fine. So toss this guy into here. That should, I think, oop, didn't mean to put a torch there. That should basically work the same way. I don't think it takes any more. Ooh, I think actually it might take twice as much ore forming water. 78. Yeah, it actually takes twice as much. So I don't know. We might have an issue here. So let's see, we're at 85, 80. Yeah, this is going to slowly go down. Okay, so this is not going to be sustainable. So temporarily, I'm just going to take this one out. And that way this one can do its thing. Because what we really care about right now is the tier 2 ores. So I'm going to let this thing run for a bit. And then we should be able to complete more ores, and we'll have the redstone to complete this one as well. All right, my friends, I think we're good to go. We've got our 9 redstone dust that we can turn into a block for the purposes of the quest. And then we can make our crafting terminal, which completes the other one. So... yeah, we're all good. I did go ahead and kind of, as I was going, smelting all the things. The only thing here that's at all unclear is maybe how to make Constantin, and it's just copper plus nickel. So really, really easy. Just copper dust, nickel dust makes constant and you smelt it. So, but yeah, we've now got Prismarine, Below the Waters, and more ores all completed. Not bad. But I think that is where we are going to leave it off for today. Guys, if you enjoyed the video, you know what to do. Links in the description below, so check that out as well. Otherwise, my friends, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.